not even there. Hold on. Are we still doing the tessellation? It's after tessellation. Pills on the
Hi.
Do we need our sketch books? Better yet,
We're gonna try.
Blue's Clues.
Okay.
Do we need our sketch books? Pills on the like a Blue's. That's her yet. Blue's Clues.
You will be needing your steps. Yeah, sorry. Mental brain part there.
I know.
Is there work in another one?
Right.
Take a second.
No problem. You need a hand?
Should be okay.
Got plenty of strong eighth graders here. Michael in the hand. If you need it. Only if Jesus. Too many bodies over there. We'll just.
I heard you say strong.
I heard you say,
Got it. All right. So there is pain. Yeah. So yesterday we started our tessellation. Some of you got it all complete and put together. Some of you might still be putting it together. Some of you might still be cutting. We're all a little bit different places. Okay. Where this is going is, like I mentioned before, it's a monochromatic self-portrait tessellation, blah, blah, really long name. But the tessellation is going to go into your background, and this is the start of mine with my tessellation shape, which I'll pull it out so you can kind of see. Mine, of course, will look a little bit different because I use a different material. Oh, good! Yay! So,
I wasn't gonna play anything.
That was late.
That just scared me.
No.
Whose hand was that?
That was late.
I'm confused. Where is that?
You wanna just test it
I
out?
will.
That just
I
scared
should
me.
play right there. Use it going
Well,
on.
the volume was at 96%, so I was.
Oh, you
Oh,
made
actually,
it
that's
through.
not-
Okay.
No, I'm not trying to get in trouble. Just here then. Yeah, put your hands on the camera going. It's delayed. It's so late.
I know, it's delayed. You saw what I did, right? It's technically supposed to be a live stream. Apparently there's a big delay. Good to know.
Scared me. A big stream.
I'm trying new things. Because that would be the board.
Did you believe it?
No. Thank you. It just makes it distracting for them to get in the groove for the beginning. So what I'd like to have done before you get into the studio portion of today is to actually have your tessellation kind of put together. If you didn't get a chance to practice it and do a pattern in your sketchbook, that's okay. You'll have some time for that. But I want to add on the next level of our project, which is color theory. Okay? So in order to do that, we need to learn about color. Okay? And we need to practice mixing. Some of us maybe have used paint before, have mixed paint before, but there are some tips, techniques, and some things that I need and want you guys to follow along and do. Hey, your piece kind of looks a little bit like mine, a little bit. So anyways, this we will come back to, and soon, because it's going to go on our canvas. Because before we start doing our self-portrait part, this background is going to get finished. Okay. Christopher. So I do have a live stream going. I'm kind of playing around with that. You can't tell the colors, can you, from where you're sitting?
Oh,
You can't tell the colors.
white, blue, red,
and
orange.
I see yellow.
I see. Oh no, it's yellow,
I see
red,
green.
white,
There's
and
yellow,
blue.
there's red, there's white.
Oh, I don't see
that. But my board's colors are just all out of whack. They're just all out of whack. Not working so well. Okay. So I had a couple of options about showing and introducing color. Christopher? Introducing color. But if I show anything on my Promethean board, you're not really going to see it because it's not the live stream that's off, it's the board's colors that's off. So I'm going to try and do a demonstration in the back so you can actually see the materials and kind of what's happening. And as you guys are working in studio time, if your tessellation piece is done, you're going to be working to start mixing your colors in your sketchbook and practicing with the paint, okay? If your tessellation is not done, you're not going to start paint today. This will probably take today, tomorrow, maybe even to Monday, I'm not sure. Depends, okay? Yes.
What is today?
Tuesday.
Thursday.
Did he ask you?
No.
What
Then
day
shut
was
my
Wednesday?
ground.
Oh, Wednesday was, yes. Today is Thursday, tomorrow is Friday. Then we have Saturday, Sunday break, and then we come back on Monday. Yep. So, like I said, I'm going to kind of use this live streaming thing as you guys are working, so you can maybe kind of see my process if you kind of get a little bit lost. It is shared on
Excuse me. You know what our publicity set is?
Not right now. Okay. We're done with that, actually. It's probably up on the thing, because I think we finished it. I did share it also on Google Classroom. I think the link will work. I don't know. I'm trying something new. The colors obviously will be more accurate on your Chromebook. But here's the thing when you work with paint in Chromebook. I usually don't allow it because paint, water, those types of materials, oops, you get something on your Chromebook, it can damage it, and then you owe some monies, okay? And I'm trying to have that become a minimum. However, it is a good tool, a helpful tool to check things, to follow along. And as long as you are doing the right thing and kind of, keeping your area clean and paying attention to what you're doing, and probably not with music because, the headphone cord is just going to get all up in that business of paint everywhere. It's probably not going to be a big deal, okay?
Okay.
Cool. All right, so I know some of you are working with your tessellations, but let's first start in back. When I do a demonstration, all of you, most of you have had me before, keep your hands and feet to yourselves. Don't be talking. Don't be, otherwise being disruptive and distracting, because then it's just going to take longer, okay? So come on back. I'm actually going to steal, I'm behind, but I'm going to steal a stool. No, get up. No.
Oh.
This is my stool. I'm going to sit down because I'm older. You're going to need to come closer. You're going to need to come closer. And Christopher, you're going to need to come closer and stand right over here, but don't touch anything. Okay. So I've already kind of finished in my sketchbook something. All right. I'm going to skip. Here. Yellow, red. Don't touch that. White and blue is your paint. You'll notice when you get your paint that you have a whole set with your number on there. All right. So your sketchbook number, as you recall, back here, I got my little emoji sticker. Yeah. Is going to be your set. So they're all numbered, and right now they're also very neatly arranged in numerical order. Christopher, still looking for you. All right. You're probably not going to get to the white right now, but for those of you who are done with your tessellation and kind of mix and paint fast, you might. Okay. Here, scooch over. Right there. Yeah, good. You're also going to need some water. The water is clean and clear right now, and it's not filled to the top.
You're so lame.
That's funny.
All right. And it's not filled to the top. So you're going to need a water cup. You're going to need a paintbrush, okay? You're going to need paper towel. They're all stacked here. And you're going to need one of these. This is going to be both your guide of colors and your painting mixing palette, because you can easily just wipe it off and clean it off at the very end and as you go, because you really don't need that much when you're doing this, okay? First thing is, you've got your colors. I'm going to stick white off to the side because we really don't need it. Jabril, nothing's happening on the board. It's nothing to worry about right now. Literally, there's nothing there. You're not seeing what I'm doing, which means you're not paying attention, which means your eyes should be turned around this way. Okay? Oh, there we go. Now there's really nothing.
Now it's off.
Now it's kind of offline. All right. I wet my brush. I am using my paper towel to squeeze out the extra moisture. Important to do. All right. You can do a circle. You can do, cute little shapes. I really don't care. The point of this part is to help you learn how to mix. Okay. And also kind of use the materials pretty good. You don't need that much paint, which is why you don't have that much paint. So I've got my red. Red is what? It's a primary. Yeah, you were on the right track. You were totally on the right track. That's exactly what I was looking for. I got red in this brush. I can't go to a paint and start picking that up, right? You got to clean that brush. And you got to clean it really good. So I'm swooshing it. I'm tapping it gently. I'm not banging it. I'm just doing a tap. And I'm squeezing. The squeeze is actually very important because you're going to have extra water in there. But it's also a check to see if you have any paint left in there. I'm pretty clean. Okay. I'm going to go to blue. And I'm going to get my blue down. And like I said, you can be kind of fancy with this. You can make it a little bit bigger. But the goal is you're going to try to mix primary, secondary, and tertiary colors. Tertiary. And monochromatic, which again, you're probably not going to get to that today. I'm washing that brush. Don't forget to wash the brush. Very important. Tap, tap, tap. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze.
Dab, dab, dab.
Dab, dab, dab. Okay. Yellow. Now also notice when I'm painting, I'm trying to smooth out those bigger ridges that might be there. That's important. You don't want a big old glob of paint when you're painting. You want a nice, smooth, even surface, okay? This is acrylic paint. Acrylic paint will stain. You need to be kind of careful. So if you have long sleeves, you might want to roll those sleeves off or up. Or if you have a jacket, you might want to get that. We're not doing crazy amount of painting today because it's just a little bit of color mixing in your sketchbook. So I don't think you really need a smock, but when we start painting our bigger paintings, we'll set yourself up with some smock and everything. Now we're getting into mixing, okay? Let's start with violet because it's kind of the trickiest one to do. I took a little bit of blue, put it right on there. Clean, don't forget to clean. It's always important to clean your brush. Your water is going to get dirty after a while, pretty quickly actually, and that dirty water can affect your colors. So if you're trying to do something with like yellow and stuff and you got a lot of blue and red, it's going to look streaky and yellow is not going to look right, okay? I'm making violet, so I'm going to need my red. I'm going to mix it right in there, and normally I say don't mix with your brush, but for something so small, we're going to do that. And we're going to blend and mix till we get it pretty even. And you're going to paint with that.
Nice.
Oh, okay.
That works so
Clean that brush off as always. Tap, tap, tap. Squeezing and dab, dab, dab. Okay, so let's make green. Blue and yellow are going to make green. If you're having questions about what two primaries make it, it's always going to be sandwiched in between, okay? Yellow and blue. So I need a little bit of blue again. Probably there. Okay. Look how much paint is there. Not much at all. Not much at all. Squeeze. Yellow. Try not to contaminate your paint. We'll know who did it. And mix. Magic. Green.
Wow.
You can even kind of compare and see how you're doing, but it's pretty close. It's green.
Yeah, green is green.
Sometimes you might have it look too blue, and that's actually a tertiary color, blue-green. Sometimes it might be too yellow, okay? Use it. Use it as your tertiary. Know that you need to add a little bit of the other color and go the other way. All right, what's the last one I need to do for my secondaries?
Orange.
Orange. Okay, I need yellow and red. A little bit of yellow. Yellow and red. You're going to need a little bit less than you think for red because it's a stronger color than yellow. So I put a very little bit, and I'm comparing Yeah, and I kind of think it looks a little bit too red-orange. So that's going to happen to you. You're going to squeeze.
A little bit more yellow.
You're going to put a little bit more yellow. Don't forget to clean that brush because then you're going to be stuck with dirty paint.
That looks more like it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm starting to like it.
Pretty
there it is,
close.
right there.
All right, all right.
Just brown.
I'm just going to put it up here because in between her. Okay? Bam. And even if you paint it on there and you think, well, maybe it's a little bit more red, you can do that. You can paint over it, but that's basically it. Okay? Now, in order to mix your other colors, use what you already have. If I'm making yellow-orange, all right, put a little bit of yellow more in there. Use like a little corner of it. You don't need much. Not at all. Just a little bit. Throw it on there. See how it goes. I think that needs to be more red. I'm going to make that adjustment so you see it more. Okay. And so on. Maybe it is a little bit more.
orange.
Well, let's look how it goes when I put a little bit more red in there. It's only color. I'm going to steal a little bit of that yellow orange.
Don't make sense.
Does it? Mind blowing. What do you think? You see the
No.
difference?
Magic.
This is pretty close. That might be a little bit too yellowy, but I think for this purpose, and you're starting with actually kind of a yellow that's a little bit more deep than normal, I think you're okay. All right. Next,
Pretty magic.
Pretty Magic. Red, violet. Grab some red, grab some violet.
That's more like it.
Blue, violet. Grab some blue using the same purple, same violet I already did, just adding some more in there. I'm going to squeeze it in between here because technically it's all those. Oh, too blue. Need some red. There we go. You should see difference between them all. What? Why are you sitting down? I can't even see you. If you're sitting down, I can't see you. You can't see me. What's wrong?
Looks like a darker blue.
What's darker? Blue violet kind of does look like a darker blue. Look
You
at that.
didn't wash the brush.
Can you stop fidgeting with that? You're going to pull that off, and that's not going to be good. All right. Yellow, green. A little bit yellow.
You didn't wash the brush.
Oh, I did? I think I did, but maybe I didn't wash it enough. Like I said, your water will eventually get too dirty. I'm going to avoid that little red mark. A little bit more yellow. Yellow, green. Bam. Magic. What's the last one?
I know.
What?
You did blue green already?
Nope.
Oh, blue green.
Blue, green. Last
Turquoise.
choice.
Last one is
It
blue
is.
green.
It's like a teal. So I need more blue. You add that to the green.
Teal. For some reason it sounds fake. Seal.
That's aqua.
Blue seal. If you say decimal like for
Okay. We're going to leave it at that. That's probably going to be where you stop for today because it took, a little bit of time. It's going to take you a little bit longer too. Okay. Now, your palette. This is wet. Well, it's damp. Take it, wipe it. Magic. You're clean and you're ready to bring it back for the next person to wipe and use. Okay.
Yeah.
Wait,
Never mind.
Cool? All right, so tessellation. Who here needs to finish their tessellation?
Oh no,
You mean tessellation, you mean copy on the sketchbook?
No, just to get your full piece taped together. You're good? Taped together. I don't want you guys to have parts flying around and possibly losing them. Okay? So if that is done, all right, you're going to still need your sketchbook. You're going to need to grab one of these, a paper towel, a water cup, and carefully grab your stack. Leave the white here for today because you're probably not going to get to it. Okay? So one of these, paintbrush, paper towel, and your paint. Just the red, yellow, and blue for today. Go ahead and find your number. If you don't know your number, you're going to need to go back and check your number.
So eventually,
Check yourself.
So eventually, we're gonna
That's
use
not
black to mix with them.
To be honest, I wanna teach you how to do it when you use its complementary color.
Another forward.
So, but that's another level. That's another day.
I'm number 14.
We're back. Yes, that's good, and it's taped in.
So
Find
you
another
just wanna
spot.
tape it in?
Yeah, you just tape it in. As long as it's all together. Grab your paper towel. Christopher, if you're not getting your supplies, can you scooch out of the way so others don't have to work around you? Thank you.
Wow.
My clip is on my desk somewhere, I think. Yeah, thanks.
Ooh. Interesting.
Leave the white here for now. I'm talking to you, TJ.
Oh, I did not realize I.
Only because I don't think you're going to get to it. You're just, taking more than you need for right now. It's okay. It's okay.
Wait, so I can just start?
Basically, yeah. Yeah, it's studio time. So set
paper.
that. Well, then you can't start. You don't have a mixing palette. Set yourself up. Oh yeah, mind my box there. Grab your primary colors to start off with for today. These are mine.
Oh,
What number are you?
7.
Then you need to find the lucky number 7. And grab red, yellow, and blue.
Oh, God.
Why don't you put those in your seat? That's probably it. Yeah.
Oh, God.
Sorry. Nope. Come back. Put these at your seat and come back. Go put those at your seat and come back. We'll have to work on some different solution. One paintbrush, one of these,
Oh, my God.
one paper towel.
Look how clean.
No, no animal noises here. We don't need it. Hey.
Sorry.
Oh, the moldy chocolate.
Okay.
Sorry.
Ew. Whoa. Well, we have moldy chocolate.
I'm not doing anything right now. That's delayed.
Can I use the bathroom real quick?
Yes.
This was from us. Oh, no, it wasn't.
Okay, I'm going to take that off the screen right now because it's really not going to be helpful. It was an experiment another time. Maybe I'll just actually record it instead of doing live because I'm live anyways. It's delayed.
Oh, it's my towel.
That way you can kind of knowing where you're going to be painting into. Gotta get a sketchbook page open. Again, I really don't mind which page you use. Just, you might have to remember to come back to it. So get reminded, guys.
Why would we have to leave it?
So here's the thing. We are using acrylic paint. And acrylic paint, as long as you're going nice and thin, in your sketchbook, don't have a lot of water because you're squeezing like I explained to you. All right, you don't have the tap on that, actually. It's the tap on the water cup. It's the big tap. It's the dab in the paint cup. Dab with one, or a gentle dip, whichever is easiest for you to remember. Acrylic paint dries very quickly, okay? But you don't want it to have it be super thick because the thicker the paint is on your paper, the longer it will take to dry, okay? So it should almost be dry or dry enough to the touch by the time you're like on the second or third color. So as long as you're squeezing out the water, not putting too much paint down, it shouldn't be a problem to close up your sketchbook and put it in the cabinet when it's clean up. Now, if it is still wet, we have two options. You leave your sketchbook open so it can kind of dry a little bit and put it right on top, or we'll put it on the counter for right now and I'll put it in the thing, depending on how messy we end up being. Hopefully we're not being messy, we're good.
Messy.
I like the squeezing action going on there, Noe. Good job. Squeeze the paintbrush.
Squeeze.
Now, I didn't have to change my water, shockingly, but if you are finding, we don't do it to be annoying. We do it just to be appropriate and tap tap.
And it wasn't coming off. Time for the dish tray.
Try not taking so much paint on your brush. Dip less, okay? Because by the time you bring it into the water cup, you really shouldn't have that much paint left on the brush. Because if you think about it, that's that much paint you're basically going to be washing away or wasting. So don't use that much. You don't need to.
Can I get it?